What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I'm not in my normal vehicle. I actually had to take my car back to service again. Yes, it is super sad, but that means that I am once again in another loaner car. So I'm sitting in a 2018 Model 3 dual motor long range, but the best part is it has FSD 12.3, which I've never used before. I've been waiting for it on my car for so long. Still not available on the 2024s as of the time of making this video, but hopefully very soon. But I want to try it. Now, I've used FSD version 11 before, and I want to take FSD version 12 on this very specific route. And there's a couple reasons why. One, I'm super hungry and I want to go get some Chick-fil-A. But two, on this specific route, there's a gigantic sign that looks like a giant stop sign, but it's not a stop sign. It's like a furniture store sign. And FSD version 11 stopped to this gigantic store sign that it thought was a stop sign every time. So I want to try and see if version 12 does the same thing, or if it knows better and just continues on. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I picked this specific route. But let's go ahead and put in Chick-fil-A here on the navigation. It's 2.1 miles away. Go ahead and start the FSD. Here we go. Do that. And we'll let it do its thing.
Now turn left onto Bunsen Way.
So it's creeping out a little bit. Definitely probably could have gone there. I think I have it on assertive too. Go, go, go. It's driving down the center of the road right here.
500 feet.
It's not ideal.
Right onto Shell Station Place.
There's another Tesla over there. What's up, Model S?
Now turn right onto Shell Station Place.
One thing I have noticed about this 2018 is those hardware 3 cameras were rough. Snagging me a little bit. Definitely like takes off. Like it doesn't kind of just ease into speed like it goes. Faster than that back here. So here is the big red stop sign, or the big red sign. It says low. It's a furniture clearance store. Let's see what it does. It sees it as a stop sign. Oh, it went right past. It recognized it as a stop sign on the actual display, but it did not stop, which version 11 would slam on the brakes. Okay, why are you disengaging? That was my fault. I turned the wheel too much. Version 11 would definitely stop there. So already a big improvement, although it did still recognize it as a stop sign, which is hilarious. All right, you're in the turning lane right now. You need to get over. Yep. Still got me in the turning lane. We don't need to turn here. So that's not right. It says the navigation says it's going to take me straight. I'm just going to let it do it. It's definitely the wrong lane, but I don't know what it plans on doing. But this is definitely a turn-only lane. It knew that it needed to get over because it did the little like navigation line over a little bit, but it just stayed in this lane. I don't know why. Maybe it thinks this is also a straight lane, but it's definitely not. I mean, you can even see on the navigation, it says it's a turn-only lane. I may have to take over here because these people behind me are going to get pissed. Yeah, this guy's already going around me. I don't want to make these people mad, but I want to see what it's going to do. Wow, yeah, it was trying to do that. That's what I figured it was going to try and do. That was not smart and not a good decision on its part. So I had to disengage there, so that's one disengagement. I had plenty of space before we even got to that intersection to get into the right turning lane or get into the middle lane so that I could go straight, and it stayed in the right turning lane. So that was not good on its part. I should probably have reported that. So it does recognize this correctly as a stop sign, and it is bringing me to a stop here. I mean, it takes off out of that stop sign, that's for sure. I wonder if it'll take me into Chick-fil-A's parking lot or not. it's kind of driving in the middle of the lane there a little bit, which is fine. That it's an unmarked lane that merges into marked lanes, so I guess that's, I recognize it because I've driven on this so many times, but it might not have known that yet, so that's fine. Drifted it back over to the middle lane, that's good. So it's in the right lane this time. There's a real bad traffic-y area with a lot of construction, and I want to take it there and see how it does.
In 500 feet, turn left. Now turn left.
It's probably just going to stop me once it gets in this parking lot. Yep, autopilot complete. Oh, I shouldn't have stopped it. What was it going to do? Shoot. Dang, I wanted to see what it would do. I don't know if it would pull me in a spot or not. Let's re-engage it here. Let's see what it's. I just want to see what it's going to do. There's a parking spot right there.
Turn to stay on Blankenbaker Parkway.
It's just kind of cruising straight for these cones. Okay, it's just, all right, I'm just going to disengage. I don't know what it's doing. And I need to place my order anyway. All right, so not terrible. One disengagement there, a little weird, but I'm going to grab my food, and then we're going to take it onto this construction area and see how it does. All right, got the food. Now we've got some pretty bad weather over here blowing in. It's probably going to start pouring or hailing or something. We've had crazy weather. You can see the stoplights are like flipping like this. So this is going to be potentially tough conditions with construction, traffic, bad weather, you name it. We're going to see how 12.3 does here. And I might snag a fry or two while we're on the way. So this was another tough thing in version 11. We have a green arrow here. The cars in front of me are not going, so I want to see if it recognizes this as a green turning arrow. We have free reign to go, or if it's going to hold up. Nope, it just went straight through that green arrow. That's awesome. 11 did not do that. All right, we're merging onto the highway here. It's a little dicey. We've got a pretty clear area here. It took me right over. The lane is ending up here, so it needs to go ahead and get over. Yep, changing lanes to get away from merge. That's good.
In 1 mile, take exit 19.
Go ahead and turn the wipers on.
Interstate 265.
All right, so it handled that first little bit fine. We're cruising along here. So this is another tricky spot here. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, I had to take over there. It went the wrong way. So it did go the wrong way, so I had to take over there. It probably would have merged back over if I would have let it, but we're on the highway, so like it's kind of a sticky situation anyway. Need to really be going fast. This is another one of those situations. Like it needs to take off right there. That was another not great situation. Took over there again. So it's not handling this super well, not gonna lie. To be fair, this is about as tough as it gets. It needs to get over. It needs to be getting off the lane here. It needs to go across 3 lanes of traffic here. Go over again.
Now take exit 23 on the right. In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Thames.
I would have gotten off that exit a little bit sooner than it did, but it did it, technically. I don't know if it's like this in all the models, but this one's letting me kind of negate the nagging by just spinning the speed wheel. I don't think you can do that anymore. This is a really old model, so.
Now turn left onto Taylorsville Road.
So again, this is it correcting its mistake. So it went down, came back around, and is going back down the other way.
The Interstate 265 North, Kentucky 841 North ramp toward Interstate 64.
So it's got this car right in front and needs to go around him. But it just got really close instead of going around. So once he moves, I think it'll go. Okay. So it had room to kind of nudge around him. That was interesting that it didn't do that. So we've got a flashing yellow left arrow here. We're good to go. We can go ahead and cruise right through this, which it did. I would have definitely just flown through that, but you know, technically it did the right thing there. Now we're going to speed back up. This is a tricky merge here. It's got space to go. That would have been interesting if that van didn't move out of the way. Would have been kind of scary, but it did it. We're good. Again, to be fair to when it didn't take the right exit, that whole intersection, it used to be like a 4-leaf clover type thing, and they're redoing it. So that's why I wanted to take it here, because I wanted to see how it would handle something that's completely under construction where the mapping data doesn't align with what's actually there. And you can see it didn't really work. Well, it might have worked if I would have kind of let it go, but I didn't let it go because I got nervous. When my car gets FSD and I don't have this loaner anymore, I might take it back on that area and see what it actually does if I do it a second time. All right, it's switching lanes to get faster traffic going. Some heavier rain here now. Might want to slow down a tiny bit. Yep. Full self-driving may be degraded. Poor weather detected. It's doing okay though. Still keeping me in the lane. Whoa, phantom braking. Why are we doing that? We just slammed on our brakes to 35 miles per hour on the highway, so that's not ideal. Don't know why we did that. Kind of thought the phantom braking stuff was done. Luckily, there was no one behind us, so that could have been real bad. And I'm hovering my hands right over the wheel here because this is a dicey situation for sure. On here still. It's getting over again. Doesn't really need to. Technically, there's a left lane here and we need to go left, so didn't need to do that, but not the worst thing. This car is driving in the middle of the lane, so it was avoiding that. We actually don't need to go this way. We need to be in that lane. I'm interested. Is it going to put itself back? Yep, it's putting itself back. So that was an extra lane change it didn't need to do. It's driving in the center of the two lanes. Okay. Did okay. Some sketchy parts, but that was okay. for the most part. All right, well, that was my first attempt at using FSD supervised now. Not beta anymore, supervised 12.3. So kind of a mixed bag. I definitely think it's more assertive. I don't think they were lying there. It speeds up pretty aggressively. It lane changes pretty aggressively. You know, it handled that big sign better than version 11 did. It handled the right hand green arrow fine, better than version 11 did. But overall, I think it did pretty well. You know, some of those things, those disengagements were kind of sketchy and scary. But again, I was throwing one of the most complicated, you know, new construction cones and weird lanes situations at it as possible. So it's to be expected. It'll get better and better. And I'm excited to kind of try that stretch out again when I get it on my car. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like on the video. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss every single new video the second I hit publish. We'll see you in the next one.